Hello, I'm Seema. We have a passage that discusses the analogy between rock and roll and private equity. Analogy is partial similarity. Come to the question. According to the passage, the analogy between rock and roll and private equity can be best interpreted as. To the answer now. Option number 1 indicates the analogy between rock and roll and private equity as given in the passage. The passage describes rock and roll culture as rebellious and iconoclastic. Similarly, private equities in the 1980s was much about being different and taking risks. And this is best described in option number 1. So it is our choice. All the other options can be ruled out as they are illogical and they do not explain fully the link between rock and roll and behavior of private equity. So, our answer is option number 1. Hope this is clear to you. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, this is Seema. We have the passage that discusses the analogy between rock and roll and private equity. Analogy is partial similarity. Now, let's have a look at the question, which is, the old differences between America and Europe with respect to private equity have vanished due to the way deals were done between America and Europe effused the differences between them. Regarding private equity, this changed because with competition one couldn't restrict oneself and had to go all the way out. Third paragraph. The old differences between America and Europe have vanished as private equity firms of every nationality fight for the same deals and the same capital to invest everywhere. So you see the sentiments expressed in the third paragraph are supportive of the option number 4. The passage does not mention quantum of funds and the performance of private equity, so option number 2 becomes invalid as it cannot be a possible difference. Option 2, 3, 5 are baseless and are not supported in the passage. So we get option number 4 as the correct choice. Answer here is option 4. We hope the answer is clear to you. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Seema. We have a given passage that discusses the analogy between rock and roll and private equity. Analogy stands for partial similarity. Now let's have a look at the question given, which is the term succession planning can be best described as. First, let's see what succession planning is. Succession planning is to find a potential leader who can effectively replace the pioneers or present bosses. Person who is present in charge carries out this exercise. He is responsible for cultivating potential leaders, teaching and guiding them to become eventual bosses. Option 2 here gives the exact picture. So we have option 2 as the correct answer, eliminating 1, 3, 4 and 5 as they refer to only future plans for firm's expansion and they ignore the term succession. Option 3 stands incorrect as it is incomplete and it does not give the manner in which pioneers leaving the firm could avoid causing it harm. Option 5 is beyond the intended scope of the question. That is why we have option number 2 as the correct answer here. We hope the solution is clear. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Seema. The passage given to us discusses the analogy between rock and roll and private equity. Analogy is partial similarity. Come to the question, which is, which of the following can be considered as Sir Ronald's efforts to promote social investment? Option number 1 is wrong as he was only given its charge by Gordon Brown. Option number 3 is his dream and is just being discussed presently, hence is wrong. Option number 4 finds no direct mention in the passage, hence wrong. Option number 5 is completely absurd in the given context, hence this is also incorrect. Option number 2 finds its mention in penultimate paragraph as you can find here. Setting up community development venture funds, tax breaks and so forth to foster private investment in economically deprived parts of Britain. So we can safely say that option number 2 stands out as our right answer. The answer is option 2. Hope this is clear to you. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I'm Seema. We have a passage here that discusses the analogy between rock and roll and private equity. Analogy stands for partial similarity. Now have a look at the question given that reads, which of the following best describes the difference between private equity and social investment? Now coming to the solution, private equity means to invest capital or money in investment opportunities that give good returns to the individual investors. All gains accrue only to them, while social investment deals with investment opportunities which provide universal gains to society. So private equity is the individual gain of the individual investor. So option 2 reflects this view very clearly, as private equity is individualistic while social investment is universal. Why universal? Because it is benefiting the entire society and the universe. So we have option number 2 as the correct option here. Option 1 is baseless. Option number 3 is also incorrect, as private equity firms are an integral part of society and their actions have social ramifications. Option 4 and 5 are entirely illogical and absurd. So we saw that option number 2 is the correct answer here. We hope the answer is clear. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे.